Thanksgiving was supposed to be about gratitude, family, warm food, safe conversations, love. For me, it became the day I realized I was completely alone in a room full of people. That morning, I woke up with pain in my chest. Not emotional. Physical. The kind that reminds you. Something inside you is wrong. For months, doctors had been monitoring my condition. Regular tests. Blood work. Scans. Whispers in hospital corridors. Finally, they had decided. I needed surgery. Soon. But I was still waiting for the official date. The letter. The confirmation. The plan. My parents knew. My siblings knew. Everyone knew. Or so I thought. Still, I helped in the kitchen. Chopped vegetables. Stirred gravy. Pretended everything was normal. Because being sick in my family was uncomfortable. It made people awkward. So I learned to be quiet about it. By noon, the house was full. Laughter. Clinking plates. Football on TV. My sister arguing with my cousin. My father telling the same old stories. My mother showing off her new dishes. Life was moving. Like I wasn't standing on the edge of something terrifying. During dinner, I barely touched my food. My hands were shaking slightly. My aunt noticed. Not hungry, she asked. I smiled. Just tired. After dessert, when everyone was relaxed and sleepy, I finally gathered courage. I cleared my throat. Mom. Dad, I said softly. Did the hospital send my surgery date yet? The room went quiet. Not dramatically. Awkwardly. Like someone had turned down the volume. My mother froze with her spoon in hand. My father avoided my eyes. My brother suddenly focused on his phone. My sister took a long sip of water. No one answered. My heart started racing. I mean, they said they would confirm this week, I added. So I was just wondering. Still nothing. Then my aunt whispered. They sent it last week. I felt dizzy. Last week. I repeated. What do you mean? My mother finally spoke. Yes, it came, she said quietly. I stared at her. And, you didn't tell me. She sighed. We didn't want to worry you. Worry me. It was my surgery. My body. My life. My hands started shaking. Where is it? I asked. My sister rolled her eyes. It's in Dad's drawer, she said. We were going to tell you later. Later. After Thanksgiving. After Christmas. After it was too late. My father added casually. It's next month. Not that serious. Not that serious. Open surgery. Weeks of recovery. Possible complications. Not serious. I felt something break inside me. I stood up slowly. Why didn't anyone think I had the right to know? I asked. No one replied. My brother shrugged. You're always anxious, he said. We didn't want drama. Drama. My fear. My pain. My future. Was drama to them. I looked around the table. At people who shared my blood. My childhood. My memories. And realized. They had discussed my life without me. Decided for me. Hidden things from me. Like I was a child. Like I didn't matter. That night, while everyone laughed again and moved on, I sat there quietly. Smiling. Nodding. Dying inside. Because I knew. If they could hide something this big, they could hide anything. And what I discovered after Thanksgiving would hurt even more. That night, after everyone went to sleep, I couldn't. My chest hurt. My head was spinning. Not from illness. From betrayal. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying every word. We didn't want to worry you. You're always anxious. Not that serious. They had decided my fear was inconvenient. So they erased it. Around 3 a.m., I quietly walked to my father's study. The house was silent. I opened his drawer. My hands were shaking. There it was. A white envelope. My name printed clearly. In bold. Important. I sat on the floor and opened it. Inside was everything. Surgery date. Hospital name. Doctor's signature. Pre-op instructions. Warning about risks. A note saying, "Please confirm within 10 days." 10 days. They had already waited 7. If I hadn't asked, I might have lost my slot. Or worse. I felt sick. I took photos of every page, put everything back, and went to my room. The next morning, before anyone woke up, I called the hospital myself. My voice was shaking. But I didn't stop. "Yes," the nurse confirmed. "You're scheduled. But we're still waiting for your confirmation." "I'm confirming now," I said. For the first time. I was in control. I arranged my own tests. My own paperwork. My own insurance. I booked my own transport. My own recovery plan. I didn't tell my family. Not out of revenge. Out of survival. Over the next weeks, I changed. I stopped sharing. Stopped explaining. Stopped hoping for care. I focused on myself. Healthy food. Light exercise. Meditation. Therapy sessions online. Learning how to be strong alone. My family noticed. "You're distant," my mother said. I smiled. "I'm preparing." She didn't understand. No one did. Except me. A week before surgery, the hospital called again. This time. My sister answered. She ran to my room, panicking. "Why are they calling you directly? Why didn't you tell us you confirmed?" I looked at her calmly. "Because it's my body," I said. "And my decision." She was speechless. That evening, my parents confronted me. "You went behind our backs," my father said angrily. I laughed. "Behind your backs? You hid my life from me." Silence filled the room. My mother started crying. "We were scared," she said. "What if something went wrong?" "So you lied?" I asked. "So you controlled me?" No answer. Then came the twist. During my pre-op appointment, the doctor spoke seriously. "If you had delayed this another 2 months," he said, "we might not be talking about surgery anymore. We'd be talking about survival." I felt cold. I recorded his words. With permission. On my phone. Not for revenge. For truth. Before my surgery, I packed my bag alone. Clothes. Documents. Medicines. A small notebook. Everything I needed to face the biggest day of my life. No one helped. No one offered. After the doctor's message, my family became quiet. Too quiet. Like guilt had finally found them. Early in the morning, I called a cab. As I stepped outside, my mother rushed after me. "Wait," she said, crying. "Let us come with you." I looked at her. Not angry. Not cold. Just honest. "I needed you before," I replied. "Not now." At the hospital, I signed my own forms. Answered my own questions. Held my own fear. When they rolled me toward the operating room, I whispered to myself, "You survived worse." Hours later, I woke up. Weak. Sore. Alive. The nurse smiled. Everything went well. Tears slid down my face. Not from pain. From relief. My family stood outside the room. Waiting. Ashamed. My father finally spoke. "We're sorry," he said. "We tried to control what we didn't understand." I nodded. "I forgive you," I said. "But things will change." From that day on, I became my own guardian. My own voice. My own protector. I moved out. Started living independently. Managed my health myself. No secrets. No dependence. We still talk. We still meet. But on new terms. Respect first. Honesty always. That Thanksgiving taught me something priceless. Love without respect is just control. And I chose a life where my voice is never hidden again. LP